Check out this building. It's got lights and then the lights change. This is nice. It's a nice building. I like nice buildings. All right. Edmonton. Album's out. Tonight we're at the Starlite Room. So by the time this video is up, it'll be out. But I made a little sort of live compilation video for the End of Existence at our last couple of headline shows for the CD release little run that we did. And I was up till like 6:30 or 7 in the morning finishing it, and then we had to hit the road at around 9 a.m. Had a little snoozeroo before I had to pack up and hit the road, and then had a little sleep on the way over. Now we're here at the Starlite Room, ready to go. So I've been here a couple of times. Last time we played at this venue was with the Acacia strain, and that was on like there's a temple side, which is a smaller side, and then this time we're on the bigger side, which is the Starlite Room side, and so it's with the Fleshgod Apocalypse, and we just got to check out their sound check, and ooh, playing tonight is gonna be fun. Mostly, I'm just stoked to see Fleshgod, because that band is so sick, and I have never got to see them live before.
Shouts to the Aenimus dudes. Got to hang out with Alex for a bit.
So this is like a complete nuclear blast tour, and we kind of snuck our way on a couple dates, and we got to hang out with the Aenimus guys. Their album just came out recently. So a couple other cool things happened as the album was coming out. We got in Metal Hammer magazine from the UK, and they did a pretty good review of us and has a big spread. And then we also got in Aardshock, which is a Dutch magazine, and we got a really good review in that magazine. It's funny just seeing like the worldwide stuff getting coverage, getting press, and you know, random magazines. I don't speak no Dutch, so but I still want to get a copy of that. And right now we're gonna try and hunt down a copy of the Metal Hammer. It should be a Kohl's somewhere nearby, so the hunt begins. Kohl's apparently carries it, but looks like they're sold out.
Everyone wanted to read our review.
Yeah, you're welcome, Metal Hammer. We're just selling copies for you. Don't worry about it. The hunt wasn't fruitful for now, but we got to get some stuff set up. So let's check out the venue. Some Aenimus just getting her going. Managed to get our gear on stage. It's such a tight fit, and it's not happening lifting up our big stuff up on. So we're gonna have to wrangle this. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Starlite has quite a big stage, but with two sort of co-headlining bands, there's so much production. Like, they're just flying the Aenimus banner. They got like Fleshgod's kit up here with their piano. It's all under wraps and stuff like that. And then they have Aenimus's kit over there. So much gear. It's a tight fit. It's already so hot in here. Oh my God, it's gonna be sweaty. I was gonna wear a long sleeve tonight. I don't think that's happening. We even get a sound check, which is kind of nice. Usually we actually wouldn't get a sound check, just like a quick line check, but we've got time. It's handy.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, did you
So which?
Not mine.
My bass is cutting out.
Was it?
Yeah. Did it seem like my bass is cutting out?
RF is working on that. You want to scan the channel and make sure it's...
Ooh, I can't do that, but I might just switch channels. Just
best spot for your band. So just take it right off stage.
yeah, it's just a connection on my pack. That's what it is. So I'll make sure that's good. Thank you. Sound checked, ready to rip. My bass is cutting out a little bit. I'm sure it'll be fine. If not, whatever. So this is the first show I've played where every band is using in-ear monitors. It's the way of the future. It's the way to do it. And an interesting setup. So everyone is just direct line in. It's nice too because they have the house sound prepared for everyone to just be using in-ear monitors instead of having to deal with amps. And sound guy, super good to deal with. We actually got a sound check, which is a slight rarity. Like usually we just, if we're opening, we'll get a line check, which is just to make sure everything's turned on and then you rip. But a bit extra time, and now it's doors and got half an hour to hang out and then play some metal.
we played in front of Fleshgod's audience and they really liked it. So I'm not sure how this is normally done, but I'm Roger Rogenstein, that's Corbs, that's Uncle Donnie Vale. Uncle Donnie Vale played some sick guitar solos tonight, let me tell you.
So I made a bit of a mistake. I'll go into my wireless stuff later, but even bigger than that, I'm over here at the merch booth and I tagged Jameson out right before Fleshgod is about to start, and I'm gonna be sitting here for most of Fleshgod, but I can kind of see way deep in there. That's new Fleshgod, but I'm just gonna be over here, bobbing my head, I guess. Oh baby, another day at the office. It was an interesting one, I'll say that much. A lot of good stuff. So I'll maybe start with that. Just a little run through about how the day works. With a show like this, a bigger show with lots of touring bands, it's a lot more regimented. Like there are specific load-in times that you need to make it for, and like the headliners do sound check. And I was kind of talking about it earlier about how we actually got a sound check, and the sound guy was really accommodating with stuff. Like usually on a bigger bill like this, you don't get that opportunity. You just gotta plug in and go. So when we arrived, Fleshgod was setting up and doing their sound check, and like I like Hypocrisy a lot. The other band that was playing Aenimus, they're actually quite good. We got to hang out with them a bunch today too, and they're really rad dudes. But Fleshgod I've been a massive fan of for a long time, so I'm actually just stoked to see Fleshgod Apocalypse, let alone play a gig with them. And that was like a fantastic opportunity to be able to do this, so that was really sick. They're Italian and they really embrace that part of their heritage and their sound. Like their stage setup, they're dressed up kind of like classical musicians except zombies, and like their guitars are like old school, like an old violin or something like that. They even have a chick who's an opera singer, and so when I came in for the sound check, she was just like belting some opera stuff, and it was actually so rad. Come to our setup and stage time, so we got on, and my pack was giving me a bit of issues, and I was like, okay, it's probably fine, it's just a little cable, like a cable issue. So I was jiggering it, and it was like, okay, it seems like it's working now. Then once we started playing, it just kept cutting out, and it's the most frustrating thing. Like we were otherwise killing it. We were the opening band, like played at 7:30, but people were still coming in, and people were right up front and digging it and headbanging and throwing horns. But it was just like, I don't know, that's the first time I've really had issues like that. Like I've had minor cutouts before, but I'm not even gonna use the wireless pack tomorrow. I'm gonna throw a cable on, like line 6, friends off. I was so choked. I talked with the sound guy after, and he was on the ball, and he's like, yeah, I brought you down in the mix and put a compressor on it so it wasn't like popping in and out. I was like, yeah, that's just what it was. And I didn't have I have a cable not quite handy, it was in my case, but the case is off stage, and because everything is so cramped, it's like, and the set times are super specific, right? Like since we're the opener, and you can't just be like, oh guys, just pause it, because we have our set specifically for the amount of time that we're allotted, and you don't want to run over, because you don't do that. So I just kind of played through it, and I talked to a couple people, and like fortunately, like no one was really bringing it up, and like I know a couple guys here that came out to the show, and like was talking with them about it. They were like, it's more noticeable for you than it is for everyone else. I think also because the sound guy was savvy enough to bring me down, which is unfortunately the right thing to do in this situation. But other than that, it was sick. Sold that. I think we got like 1 CD left. We actually, coming into this gig, we sold so much merch. Like at the past couple shows, it's just been a madhouse in a sense. Like we definitely did well, and I ordered like another massive box of CDs for it, but I mean, they're obviously not in because our last show was just on Friday there for the weekend. So it'll come in. We've only got like one more gig in the near future. We've got some other stuff planned coming up, but it would have been nice to have those extra CDs and some more shirts and stuff. Like sold out hats, sold out a bunch of sizes of shirts. So it's nice that people are stoked on the designs, stoked on the album too. Like to be able to sell out the physical copies is good. I mean, because that's what we kind of need to be doing. Beyond the whole guitar wireless mishap there, everything else was pretty smooth. Like my inners worked really well. So tomorrow I'm just gonna use a wire, use a cable. So I was so stoked to be able to like put all my stuff in a rack, but I don't know what I'm gonna do, because like I hate using a cable. I don't want to have to buy another wireless unit. I think I might have to. That's just the way it goes. I would probably move to like a Shure system or something like that, which sucks because they're not cheap, but I don't know. That's so unfortunate. Like that's, yeah, beyond like not being able to give 100% at a gig. That's kind of what bums me out most. Is like I just I don't know what to do next. I guess I'll see. So with getting to play with Fleshgod, I was actually side staged the whole time, and it's fantastic. Like their production it's just so cool that the way they come off, and they're so intense live. Like, you know, people think we're an extreme metal band, but that band is just, ooh, it's so good. Just an honor to play with them, and to be able to get to watch them is icing on the cake, really. So last time with Acacia Strain, it was at,
Where was it?
So that guy in the video there with me is Dom. He was a photographer traveling with Aenimus, and he actually took some great shots of us too, like this one, or like this one. And then my video pretty much ended there. I didn't really have an outro, and it's kind of awkward just to cut off the video. So I thought I'd film this little bit just to cap off the video, and